Hey everyone, Steve F here with this week's joke. Okay, it's just a tad off color. And for the hypersensitive out there, I suppose it could be just a little bit disrespectful. It's not intended that way, and unless you're looking to be offended and looking to be a victim, which I hope you're not, you won't be offended or have your feathers ruffled by this. I like it. So here it is. So a guy's in Nevada. He's in Vegas on a business trip. You know, Vegas is a big city for business conventions, and you know Nevada, except for maybe Reno and Vegas, it's pretty wide open. And so he's got a rented car. He decides to do some sightseeing on a day off of the convention, and he's driving down the highway at 75, 80, 85 miles an hour because the highways are deserted. And he goes by this sign, and it says, Sisters of Mercy, House of Prostitution, 10 miles. And he looks at it, and he's zooming down the road, and he says, that can't be what it said. He says, I must have misread it or misinterpreted it because I'm going so quickly, and it just barely caught my eye. A few minutes later, sees another sign on the highway, says, Sisters of Mercy, House of Prostitution, 5 miles. A couple minutes later, sees another sign, says, Sisters of Mercy, House of Prostitution, this exit. Well, his curiosity is really piqued at this point. So he takes the exit, he's on a state road, and there's a sign that says, Sisters of Mercy, this way. And he goes up a little gravel road and sees this old stone building, this old stone monastery, I guess. And it's the kind of old building that has one of those big, heavy wooden plank doors, that's got a little, black metal framed window at the top and kind of an arch top of the door. And so he knocks on the door, and an old, heavy set, unattractive woman, a nun in full habit, answers the door, says, Yes, can I help you? And he says, Well, I saw the sign, and I was wondering if perhaps we could, do some business. I saw the sign that says Sisters of Mercy, House of Prostitution. She goes, Fine. She goes, Put $50 in the tin cup. She holds out a tin cup, and he takes his wallet, puts $50 in. She goes, Come on in. So he walks in, and she goes, Walk down the end of the hallway, knock on the first door on your left. So he walks down the end of the hallway, knocks on the first door on the left, and a middle-aged nun answers the door, somewhat more attractive than the older one who answered the front door. And she goes, Yes, may I help you? He says, I'm here to transact some business. She goes, Fine, put $50 in the cup. He takes out his wallet, puts $50 in the cup. She lets him in. She goes, Walk down the end of the hallway, knock on the first door on your right. So he says, Okay, fine. He comes in, he walks down the hallway, knocks on the first door on the right, and the door is answered by a very young and extremely attractive nun in full habit. And she says, Yes, may I help you? He goes, Well, I'm here to transact some business. He's thinking to himself, I like the progression, old, unattractive, middle-aged, somewhat attractive, young, extremely attractive. He said, we're going in the right direction here. And he's getting pretty psyched about what's transpiring. She says, Put $50 in the tin cup and come in. So he takes out his wallet again, puts $50 in. It's $150 at this point, but he says, this will be worth it. And he comes in, she says, Walk down the end of that hallway and open that door, go through that door, make sure it's locked securely behind you, and you'll be all set. So he says, Okay, fine. So he's thinking, this is going to be great. So he walks very briskly down that hallway, and he opens the door, and he walks through it, and he clicks it shut behind him, and he sees that he's out in the parking lot behind the building. What? And there's a little sign in front of him on a post that says, Go in peace, my son. You have been screwed by the Sisters of Mercy. So there it is. It's slightly disrespectful, slightly off color. I hope you liked it. You know, what can I tell you? It's this week's joke. If you didn't like it, stay tuned till next week. There will be another one that you won't like either. So I hope everyone feels well and is smiling and having a good day. And it's pretty nice here today. Still a little cool, but pretty nice. At least it's not snowing. And we'll catch you soon.